Hey everybody, welcome back to Instructional Insights. Hey Tyler.
Hello, Basil.
Good to have you back here.
Thanks.
We've had a good weekend. Happy Thanksgiving to all those people who had Thanksgiving in Canada the past week. Probably when you see this, it's 2 weeks or 3 weeks later. Doesn't matter. Happy Thanksgiving, and to the Americans, to the Thanksgiving coming, right?
Right.
All right, so today we're talking about
Project-based learning.
project-based learning. What is that?
So it's a way of learning where it's more like in the student's hands. So they're going to make some certain type of a project or do something like on their own, create something, and it's not the learning's not the teacher telling them something, but the project, the stuff they do to create this project, that's the learning in project-based learning.
So I'm just joking. We're both great fans of this. And the problem is, Tyler, that many people think that this is only suitable for elementary and for middle school and so on. But actually, for it can take so many faces, project-based learning.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It's especially with boring projects, right? It can transform a boring topic, I mean. It can transform the boring topic and make it totally different or give a different spin on it. And students might actually enjoy topics that might be seen as a bit of dry wood, you know?
Yeah.
Do you have any latest experience with something like that?
Yeah, I did something just this last week. It's in grade 12, and it's an ecosystem section of their geography. And the thing is that they know this already. Like they know the basic material that the curriculum wants them to learn. So it's going to be really boring for them if you just kind of go through it in some traditional kind of way.
Yeah, that's true.
So ecosystem. So what I did is I tried to make it a little more interesting for them. I just gave them a few questions on how they would react if they were stuck inside a small gym and they had to live there for a couple of years. Like, what life forms would they bring in? What kind of people would they want, and what kind of items would they take with them to survive? So this is
to recreate this whole microcosmos,
a whole a miniature Earth.
Okay,
and so this is far more interesting for them than just going through the so and so. After they do this and they put down the life forms that they want inside, then you can start asking the questions like, well, what about this? What about this? So you're covering the curriculum in a far more interesting way than just simply like learning the material.
And they buy in; they're part of it, right?
The best thing is it gives the higher level students an output to do more.
Yeah.
It really does. Instead of just knowing what you can know and they already know it.
Yeah.
No,
there's an application. There's an application side.
And the thing is, and even the students that aren't catching on as well, they can still do the activity, and they still enjoy it. It's hard to lose when something's going well. Like this.
We should think past when we hear the word project-based learning or project-based. We should think past scissors and glue. It can be so much more.
Absolutely,
way deeper. All right, my recent one was we're dealing with a novel, and there's an author's note in the novel, which is totally fictional in the one novel we're doing, but it's still part of it. And the whole application of using this to give reality to the novel. And explaining this the past year or two, I realized they struggle to get the whole purpose of this. So we did a little project where they had to sort of recreate this idea, but within their own sort of world. They had to recreate this idea. And I'm blown away by what they're doing. It's really amazing. It's like some of them get it without even knowing they're getting it.
Right.
You understand what I mean when I say that, right? It makes sense.
But the first thing I notice usually with these things is the engagement goes up.
Exactly. So they're into it. They getting the point without too much effort. It's just sort of more natural. That's maybe the word I'm looking for.
It's authentic.
It's way more natural and authentic.
Yeah.
So I think, and if you search the internet, you'll get so many examples of projects to apply all the subjects that you can think of.
Sometimes when you start to do a project, it might be a lot of work at the beginning for the teacher. But after you have that project, that's great. That's something that you can work with for a few days in class. It's worth the effort, is what we're saying.
I think it's not. First of all, that what I like is not chalk and talk. It's not just a teacher standing in front of a class giving a lecture. Number two, it's not just reciting a textbook from the student side, studying a textbook, writing it. It's actually the application of the knowledge. And sometimes in a different setting, which is a higher form of learning. It's not, I don't just know what's in the textbook. I can actually use the knowledge with a different scenario, and I can adjust the knowledge to suit or fit the scenario. I'm a big fan.
Big fan.
Big fan. And it's way more fun for the teacher too, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. For me at least.
It makes for a more colorful environment.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway. Yes.
So what do you think, guys? Share with us your ideas for project-based learning. We would love to hear from you. Comment in the text box below, and see you next time.
See you.